If you've ever wasted your money on waist trainers, sauna belts, ab stimulators, or any of the other ridiculous fitness gear out there, this episode is for you. Welcome to episode 15 of Just the Tips. Today, I'm going to show you 3 fitness tools that are actually worth your money, things that help you lose fat, build consistency, and make it easier to reach your goals. Number 1, a walking pad. This isn't a treadmill per se. This is simply a small pad, like a treadmill, but without arms, that goes relatively slowly. You're not going to run or jog on this, and it's just designed for walking. It's probably the best investment you can make in your health, especially if you're someone who works at a desk or sits at an office or is just generally not very active. I have a client who walks for an hour while she watches TV. Nice and slow, you don't have to go crazy. When Julie and I bought our walking pad, I went from averaging about 12,000 steps a day to averaging closer to 18,000 steps a day. And I've increased my perceived effort very little. I don't walk fast. I just walk at a leisurely pace. Nothing crazy. I'm not thinking about burning a ton of calories, although you're burning at least double the calories that you would be if you were sitting. So a walking pad, you can usually get it for around $200 on Amazon. Amazing investment, relatively low cost, huge benefits. Number 2, a pedometer. You're very unlikely to change what you don't measure. So if you want to increase your fat loss, your movement, your fitness, then you got to track these things. If you have an Apple Watch, this is probably the best one. It tracks a bunch of other activity and is overall just really useful and awesome, but it's expensive. If you don't want to spend the money on an Apple Watch, go on Amazon. You can probably find a pedometer for $30. The best way you can do this is start wearing it without really changing anything. See where you're at on average per day. If you're at 8,000, try to get to 10,000. Make that your new goal. Once you get to 10, maybe you try to get to 11 or 12, and you just start chipping away. Purchase number 3, a heart rate monitor. Again, if you have an Apple Watch, that does this, although not as well as using a chest strap. You can get a heart rate monitor that you attach under your chest, and it syncs to your phone. I bought one for, I think, $30 on Amazon. I love it. It connected right away. I downloaded the Polar app for free. And you can track everything, running, biking, Zumba, whatever you want, you can track with this monitor. And this is going to help you actually know what zones you're training in. If you're serious about cardiovascular health, if you're serious about improving your VO2 max, then you're going to need to know what zone you're training in. Although watches can do the job to a certain degree, the chest strap is going to be a lot more accurate. I had a friend that did my VO2 max program and used his Apple Watch at first, and he felt like he was just working as hard as he possibly could to stay in zone 2. And it turns out his watch was underestimating his heart rate by about 20 beats per minute, which is a lot. Get a chest straps, it's cheap enough, and they all work pretty well. Keep in mind there's a ton of junk out there in the fitness gear space that just straight up doesn't work, doesn't do anything. Those 3 tools I mentioned, they actually work. If you're tired of all the bullshit and getting scammed and having people try to sell you the latest pyramid marketing shit, then send us a message, drop us a comment. We'll put you on our coaching waitlist. We'll get in touch and we'll do our best to point you in the right direction in the meantime. That's it for episode 15 of Just the Tips. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share with anyone you think would need to hear this. Train with purpose, eat with purpose, recover with purpose, live with purpose. And that's it. Have a great day. I love you all. Cheers.